When seconds count and words can be deadly, those are the tense moments that police officers face almost every day, and they're now captured in a state-of-the-art training tool. It is so advanced, in fact, that it knows your every move and every word. So how do you think you'd hold up?
Well, only on 6, our reporter Casey Montoya takes us along for a look.
You're cool, man.
Hey, get your hands off there now! Get your hands off the gun!
The intense moments when an officer is faced with using deadly force.
Get your hands up!
In a matter of seconds, this attempted armed robbery is stopped with lethal force. But it's not real. It was just one of hundreds of scenarios possible using what's called the Milo range.
They look and feel like real weapons, but they, instead of shooting bullets or shooting pepper spray or being a taser, they're all laser-based. There you go.
This training system is said to offer the most advanced interactive use of force and firearms training. It's what the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office uses to train deputies. Many of the scenarios are real, taken from actual encounters where officers were killed.
You saw how fast this evolved to a deadly force situation. In my head, I was feeling uncomfortable with how long it took me to pull the trigger on that one, quite frankly.
Lieutenant Harry Smith has been doing this for 20 years. But to show how the Milo range works, I try it. I'm instructed to talk to the people as if they're real.
For every scenario, there are multiple right answers.
They start me off with a traffic stop scenario. It quickly turns threatening.
So potentially suicidal. You know, we often hear about suicide by cop.
A mentally ill driver isn't happy I pulled him over.
You might be dealing with some mental issues.
I think you're in trouble now.
He pulls a rifle on me and I don't react fast enough.
The key of what we want officers to be doing, though, is communicating with them and not just being passive.
I was too passive and got shot.
Yes, sir.
We would have liked to have seen from you is to communicate to him, to tell him what you wanted him to do.
Their most important tool is the ability to communicate, not use deadly force. After each scenario, the trainee talks about what just happened, explaining every move.
And we would talk to you as to why did you pull your gun out of the holster?
Learning from my mistakes, I move on to another scenario. This time I have a little more confidence. I hear gunshots and see a man run from a bank with a gun.
Drop your weapon! Put your weapon on the ground, sir, and turn around slowly.
He listens to me, drops his gun, and surrenders. But like real life, it could have gone another way.
And depending on your interaction, I can change the outcome of the scenario.
Line them up.
The Milo range computer can interact with the trainee, amping up the pressure. It's designed to test decision-making, reaction speed, and accuracy.
Traffic stops to parole and probation.
Covering a lot of ground in a short period of time.
I've been through this. You know, my brain can now cope with it in a little different way than if I didn't have this experience in training.
Training on the Milo range creates muscle memory and mental pathways so the brain can cope with adrenaline-pumping experiences in the field.
He's going to reset it.
Their other neighbor is on their porch screaming and yelling.
By the time I'm given my third situation, I've gained confidence and understand the use of force is a last resort.
I haven't done anything wrong. You haven't done anything wrong. Ma'am, I'm going to shoot if you don't put that down.
After several verbal warnings, this mentally disturbed woman drops the gun. I did draw my weapon, but didn't have to use it.
And I can honestly say, no police officer wakes up in the morning, straps on the gun, and then goes, gosh, I hope I get into a shooting today. Nobody says that.
Reporting for you, Casey Montoya, KOIN Local 6.
Pretty high tech. Now, as intense as the training sessions were that you just saw, about 97% of all officer contact doesn't involve any use of force, but it's that 3%, and officers must be trained for anything.